The good shit. Crystallized terp, the THC and terp sauce. And this has got some sort of flavor additive still in the wrapper. So I got 2 grams, and the remainder, this was ridiculous how long this lasted. I looked it up. It was 14 days. 14 days for $55. And some of it was with the big bong. The very beginning of that was the first 3 or 4 days was with the big bong, which apparently is less efficient. I've always extolled how efficient it is, but this is even more efficient. The honey straw. This is called a honey straw. This is all it is. Titanium hot nail, kind of like the big one, and a silicone holder. You just put the silicone hot nail in there as a hand grip, torch the tip of this, and I use the small lighter for that, and it does work. Now it is less efficient, and I've used half a can of butane already, which is fucking $2. But $2 for 2 weeks is way more than the other, which was $4 for 3 months. And I would do crazy shit like fucking literally cook bacon on a fucking hoagie with it, because it was just so damn efficient. It was just a propane cylinder and a plumber's torch. Cheap ass blue propane cylinder from fucking Home Depot or Walmart. $3.87 plus tax or some shit like that. Cheap as fuck. If I leave it out, I don't have to leave any of this shit outside the courthouse. I don't have to leave anything but my padlock and my wine cork bottle opener. Those are the only things I have to leave outside when I go to court. Oh, and just give me hot sauce. And I do have a bottle. Oh. So this is, I have the satchel, but really nothing is used in here except the refill can. I have these little wax containers, or wax containers were made of silicone, but there's no point, like these little glass things these come in work well enough. There's no point in transferring it and losing some residue. Yep, I could have been making videos like this, but Trouble Game Mafia. It's been a heavy day for pedophile attacks, really heavy. And I fucking might as well make a little vlog and address one of the things that struck me as odd. The Drew Scott dude, which is from Memphis, Tennessee, and stems from one of the OG Trouble Game Mafia members, Zeke, which is from Chattanooga, Tennessee. He was bitching about the video where I quote unquote abuse elderly lady on a bus. And what it is she has a dog with her, and I ask her about service dog stuff, and then she says, oh, this is my service dog, here are my papers, and shows me the papers, and the papers say ESA, which is an emotional support animal, which does not have public access. And then she goes on to explain, I would never take my service dog, using the right word, but not matching with her papers, to a restaurant as nice as the Sizzler. Focus in on those words. As nice as the Sizzler, which is, I guess, a medium restaurant, but not really nice. The law is service dogs can go to any restaurant, anywhere. And ESAs can't go to any restaurant, none of them. And I'm calm as shit. There's no fucking, I'm just getting information, talking to another person with a dog. And they're saying that's elder abuse. But let's think about that. She is setting an example all over the place. It was downtown Los Angeles, like downtown Wilshire. She set an example everywhere and telling everyone, oh, service dogs aren't allowed to go to a restaurant as nice as the Sizzler. So she's telling your grandma that she can't go to the Sizzler or to Ponderosa or Golden Corral, or I think those are all about equivalent. I don't need to add a lot like that, but yeah, so she's saying that people with service dogs cannot go those places, which is a lie. And that could affect elderly or other types of disabled people. Furthermore, her fake papers say ESA, Now, I don't know whether or not it's actually a service dog and her fake papers just say the wrong thing, which does happen. I knew a dude that had that happen. He bought a vest that said ESA and everything, but he had a clearly defined function of his dog that made I'm not talking about the person individually, so I can say what it is. Discerning hallucinations, okay? He's schizo, okay? And that's a perfectly legitimate service dog function. And to be honest, the dude trips a little bit, and that can be a thing. So you're welcome to have a service dog to let you know whether it's an hallucination or actually a dude in your living room. And the dude lived in a rough part of town too. So you got to jump up if someone comes in your living room, but you don't want to be spazzing out because you're a jail case and you got bad schizo and there's no one there. Like, that's a simplified breakdown, but whatever. So I didn't accuse her of having a fake service dog or anything. I just made the vlog, showed the papers, showed her saying that people with service dogs, your grandma can't go to a restaurant as nice as Sizzler, and then all of a sudden that's elder abuse. That's how pathetic these fucking trolls are. I'm trying to make sure your grandma doesn't get discriminated against and doesn't get thrown out of the Sizzler or what the fuck ever. That's, it's nowhere close. It shouldn't even be a possibility. And this old lady, kind of old, I mean, who knows how old she is? One, I didn't abuse her, and two, she's a fraud. She's showing fake papers, making fake claims, clearly has no idea what she's talking about. Where's this allegation of elder abuse? And this has been going, that's like 3 years old, and they keep coming back and keep coming back. And I can't, it's the pedophile flagged the video. I can't show you anymore, but you have to see just how bitchy they're being to say I can't educate people about service dogs because I abuse elders by talking to them about their service dog, which I'm probably the only human being that talked to her that day. So there's another issue. And you're also belittling me, saying, oh, me as a disabled man, I can't talk to another person when I see a service dog. Well, that's discrimination against me. That's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. But that's all that the pedophile and his crew can do. They have to lie. They have to lie. There's been 100 comments today about Nibbler getting raped so hard that she bled to death rectally and have vaginal tears and shit. Where are the pictures? Where's the proof? Why does the dog look happy in every video? Why is the dog running off leash and playing and hunting balls and fucking tug of war? The Renee Valenti girl was making fun of, she wished that was Richard Penis because the dog was going off hard as hell on the tug toy because she was just in a mood. I don't know. How does that make sense? How does the dog look happy every day? How do I make videos about the dog every day? At Petco and the washing sink and having bath time and playing with her hair and blow drying her and taking her to the pet store and letting her see a bunch of other dogs and the dog parks and seeing other dogs to socialize, because that's a mentally healthy thing for a dog. They like to socialize. And every day, every single day, playing fetch, she likes to chase her toys, always having toys and a variety of them. And then Colleen Taylor was big about bitching about the red ball that I liked for Nibbler. And it's one of the things that revealed her as an alias or a accomplice to the pedophile was when she started bitching and moaning about the Kong ball. It made no sense. Like what she was saying, like, oh, you're abusing that dog. You're using the wrong type of toy. It could get caught. Like her jaw could get caught in it. And it's a toy they sell at Walmart. And it's a funny shaped ball, like kind of like this actually. It's not round. It's kind of like a football, so it'll bounce funny and look like an animal bouncing around. And she fucking loved it. And I got more than one of them too. When I ended up throwing it over a fence because I was fucking around, I went and bought another one. And of course, when Colleen Taylor started saying weird stuff like you're an animal abuser because you have a Kong ball for your dog, I'll step over to her Facebook page to take a look, and sure enough, there's Richard. This is 2015. This is the primordial base of the Troll Brigade Mafia. Lies, 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 lies. And just look at how many... One, they're using an impersonation alias today. They're using my face and my name. 2, they're saying I'm a child molester. 3, they're saying I'm a dog rapist. 4, they're posting over 100 messages concerning child sex or animal sex. How many fuck-ups a day do they have to make before you start thinking, maybe these people aren't good people? And this is 2019. And look at my video game vlog from a couple of weeks ago. I'm showing same patterns, same behavior, same lies, 2015. Half decade. I can't take any more. I've been saying this for a long time. The cops won't do shit because Richard's under protection. He doesn't do hard prison time when he rapes children. He can impersonate at will. He can do fraud on GoFundMe. He can violate a restraining order. Him and his friends are into drugs and weapons and killing kids and eating their parts of their brains for getting psychic powers. I don't know what I got myself into, but I was scared because of police abuse back in 2015. Just asked the public for help, for witnesses to a protest I was doing. And I've paid a terrible price for that. For asking for help, I've paid a terrible, terrible price. They're not going to stop until they get people hurt. But at a certain point, that becomes acceptable, because if society will allow the Troll Brigade Mafia, will allow a pedophile to recruit children and sickos and people that eat children, which is there's a problem right there. They recruit children into the Troll Brigade Mafia, and they rape children, and they kill and eat children. That's not a good combination. Whatever happened to Service Dog Rocco? He bullied me for a long time. Service Dog Nugget, another child that was recruited by the Troll Brigade Mafia, is on the Troll Brigade Mafia marquee and part of their theme song. She recruited a couple of these little boys. They were hardcore for a while, 2016, 2017. And then they disappeared. I don't know. Do you know? But I do know this. Every day, the Troll Brigade Mafia is on child sex and animal sex and violence and rape and causing pain. And this Garden of Earth guy, he's a worthless piece of shit. He's in there trolling. He's acting like he's supporting me right now. No, he was a member of the Troll Brigade Mafia. They turned on him. I don't know why. I don't know why they turned on Lou Stefano. I don't know why they turned on Anderson Henderson. I don't know any of these infights. But he was part of it. And he's one of the sickos that gets pleasure from trolling people. And he's doing it even today. He's acting like he's being supportive, but wedging in little lies and just trolling. And it's all a violation of the original restraining order, too, because he was recruited under the original restraining order by Richard. So, and then Raging Rob showed back up. That vlog I get to repost. I have it saved. When I found the published neo-Nazi author, the Queenie Cameron girl, there was a whole bunch of them going to war with Raging Rob. But that was 2017. It was 2.5 years ago. It's all one clusterfuck, and it keeps the same names keep coming up, the same patterns: child sex, animal sex, child sex, animal sex. We find who someone is, like MLP, and he's on the sex offender registry. MLP is Megan's Law pedophile, the sex offender registry he belongs to. These people are crazy, and they get pleasure out of hurting people. And the only way I can stop them from messing with me and maybe other people is to put them in real risk of suffering personal consequences. The only thing that will stop these people is them thinking, oh God, if I send messages about child sex to this guy and he snaps and he goes crazy, the FBI like that. They told me back in 2017 when I was in jail, they told me like that. They can figure out who these people are if they bother to look. So if they ever investigate, it could come crashing down on their heads, and it could take out the neo-Nazi author, the cluster of pedophiles, the ones that do the adrenochrome and eat children, the crystal meth dealers, the heroin dealers. All of them could get brought down by one crazy action triggering an investigation into this criminal network. So that's why I keep coming back to it. Things are going to happen. And the reason things are going to happen is I'm pushing for an investigation. Now, the FBI, if they're listening, you can just step in and go, oh, yeah, a team of pedophiles made a domestic terrorist organization called the Troll Brigade Mafia and did a bunch of shit. We'll hold them accountable. Oh, they're never going to see the light of day again, because with the fraud and the $100,000 GoFundMes and the hacking and the physical stalking videos and the impersonation and, of course, the million messages about child sex, and the fact that they're already sex offenders and registrants, some of them. It's just like that. Nothing. It's nothing. The government could stop. Whatever happens, whatever bad happened, is the police's fault. Now, I want to bring special attention to that tonight. Jay Hopkins. I don't know what it stands for. Jay Hopkins out of Aliso Viejo. He's got the current report for pedophile attacks. He's been sent emails like, we're going to blow your brains out. And he is not taking action right now. So, Aliso Viejo, Jay Hopkins, detective, feel free. California, Aliso Viejo, California. People, please call. Look it up on Google Maps. Call at, I believe it's 11 Journey is the address. And Jay Hopkins is the detective, and he needs a push. Hey, there's a domestic terrorist cell run by pedophiles operating in your jurisdiction. Please investigate that before bad stuff happens. Okay. Of course, I've gone through, just like I said, with the restraining order. It has been served. I just got, confirmation of that. Court date's on 29. If anyone wants to fucking meet the pedophile or watch him not show up to court and watch the restraining order happen, and so he knows when he says over and over again there is no restraining order, October 29th, Jamboree Court, 9 a.m. I don't know which courtroom it'll be on. The big, there's a screen inside with all the different names on it. So all witnesses are welcome to come. He's been served. There's a hearing date. I have every intention of being there. But every day in my life, it just never ceases to amaze me, especially this tracking. I'm going to sue Lou Stefano, too. Let's all take a moment to focus on that. If I find you, if someone doxes you, if one of these people turns on you, I'll come to your fucking house, knock on your door, and talk to your mother. I don't give a fuck. My life's already at risk. If this goes south, if a street gang attacks me for being a fugitive child molester from Kentucky that skipped bail on molesting 2 boys, I'd die a horrible fucking death. Okay, so I'm ride or die, nigga. It's not just about the dog of civil rights at that point. To protect my own skin. If they ever turn on you, I will come for you. I don't care. All right, yeah, you got a gun. You got pictures of yourself with a gun and stacks of money and everything. Whatever. Yeah, I'm sure. You got a fucking 2 cars and a house in a nice part of town. A gun's like $300. I'm sure you do have a gun. I'd have a gun. I've carried a gun before. But I had a lot less than all that stuff. But it was Cincinnati. I was scared. Bad neighborhood. I don't got any problem with people carrying guns, actually. I just think everyone should be able to defend themselves. But just because you have a gun, what, are you going to risk a life sentence? You don't think the FBI is going to investigate if there's a shooting in your neighborhood, and then all of a sudden, just lose the phone, and you put that in, and boom, you can find Troll Brigade Mafia shit and bragging about Troll Brigade Mafia. But yeah, I have no choice. You all will not back off. You will not give me a breather. So I recommend anyone, when I come a knocking, when you get papers from me, just tell the fucking truth. Go to the cops and be like, yeah, you know what? I was bullying this dude. You're not going to get in any trouble. They don't give a fuck. You can admit you were bullying someone, blah, blah, blah. It's the registered sex offenders and the actual founder of the terrorist group and people that have moved money to pay for hackers and shit, racketeering. That's the people who are going to get in trouble. If you were just a bully, just talk. Don't lie. Tell the truth. Only the truth. And I recommend, I've been saying that for years, but everyone come to the police, tell them, hey dude, I was with this group of bullies and it was fun for a while, but then it got too extreme and now they're crazy, man. I'm scared people are going to get hurt. It will not take much to trigger an investigation. That's the only thing I know to do at this point. Fuck, why is my ass... I'm like sitting funny and it's making my ass go to sleep when I'm sitting on a soft surface. Oh. God, I guess gonna get some of this weed in me and try to keep from beating myself too badly tonight. Can't drink tonight. I only drink beer with dinner, and I had a big ass. I ate a bunch of shit. I ate a lot of dinner earlier, and without beer. But I would never make myself eat more. And it's only 8. What is it, 8:30? Yeah. It just makes me sick. I was getting to it about Lou Stefano there. These people have houses and cars, and man, they could do anything. They could put on Netflix. They have. I've got Netflix and Hulu and shit. I can share my account with you. I will. You could sit there and watch any movie on a big screen with surround sound. You could play any video game. You could travel and go see cool things. Lou Stefano's house is out in Riverside, and if anyone wants the address, by the way, feel free to contact me. He's got movie theaters and a bar that I saw at one place. I guess that's not uncommon in the world, but there was nice stuff there. There are Barnes and Nobles. You could live life. You could enjoy things. You could do whatever you want, but they choose to bully disabled people. That's got to stop. The only way to stop it's going to be to cause them pain and suffering, for repercussions to come to them. It's the only possible solution. And it's not just me. There are a lot of people that get bullied. I'm pretty sure these people that fuck with me actually bully a large number of people. It's their thing. It's their hobby. And it's just the sickest, most perverse thing. I get on Facebook and I try to share the YouTube video I'm watching about alternative energy or computer science or space exploration. And, oh, no, there was pedophile attack and I can't share the video. And there's this whole thing. It's a nightmare. Of course, people like Zeke and the Drew Scott guy are Tennessee and Trump supporters, and they might be flat earthers. They're definitely young earth creationists. They're anti-science. They anti-vax. These people are bad people, man. But still, their zeal for abuse. Even bad people, like, dude, you could have a beer and watch a movie on a big screen. You could watch a horror movie, a snuff film, whatever you're into, sick shit. But they would rather get their phones out and send perverted messages about dog sex to a disabled man who sits on a half-inch thick foam mat on the forest floor. And hopes the coyotes don't come. Oh, that's a dog barking. That's preferable. They would rather spend their time sending messages about child sex than watching football. Or that's football season. I know there's a game on. It's Monday Night Football tonight. That just horrifies me. That Lou, especially now that I see, when I see pictures of him, and he's this old, bald, fat, shriveled up like a cartoon character villain. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I don't give a fuck. It's just that I've learned in my life, I'm getting old now, people's internal emotional state affects their physical appearance. And he looks like an evil fuck, and he acts like an evil fuck. He's got a family, pets, a house, cars, lives in a nice subdivision. There's some scenic mountains nearby. It's California weather. You can go outside and do stuff. But he would rather sit there on the computer and send messages about dog sex and animal sex and hurting people. It scares me. I gotta get some of this weed into me before I think about killing people.